Boom! Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Yes, I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling good. I can't wait to get into the live stream here tonight. We've got a damn good one and a really important live stream for you guys here tonight. So I'm glad to have you all joining us here this evening. Before I do get started, though, folks, we got to talk about a hard truth. The hard truth needs to be told. Not enough people are talking about it, but I think that we're going to see a recession here. I don't care what the Bulls or the Fed has to say, but I think that's going to occur in 2023, not 2022. But I do think next year we're going to get that type of a recession. Now, the good news is I don't think it's going to be a deep recession. I think it's going to be shallow, short-lived. I also believe it needs to happen in order to help fix the inflation problem that we have at this point. But they said before here, guys, this is a little bit different because there are some signs that, like I said, that inflation is starting to peak a little bit. But first, I do want to discuss with you who am I and why should you care about any of my opinions or the analysis that I have when it comes to the overall markets, and if we're going to get a recession or not. Why does that matter? Guys, I have probably more experience than about 90% of the other finance YouTubers and gurus that you're going to see. My name is Michael Edward. I've been trading and investing for over 15 years, and I began my career working for a fund right out of college, my very first job. And then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession. The stock market crashed, but it was also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. But now 15 years later, I'm now the head trader at True Trading Group, the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational stock market platform that's available here today. And since 2016, my team and I have 8 other professional trading moderators have helped thousands of people from all walks of life, from all over the world, achieve and reach their goals. If you guys have been on this live stream before, or you've been a member of True Trading, you'll know that at the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022, I said specifically that I think this is going to be the year of the active trader, and the volatility was going to be intense. And so far it has. We've had several triple-digit SPY option trades since January. We've had big wins in a handful of small caps. We've had big swing trades with over 200% gains on like a Palo Alto, a CF, and these are swing trades that you were able to follow along with by using our mobile app. Even if you're not in front of your computer screen or you're not staring at charts or sitting in a chat room all day long, that mobile app allows you to still be connected to chat, even though you're not in front of your computer. And then let's not forget, guys, just literally a week ago, not even, I gave you guys 5 stocks that I think we're going to do well in a red hot inflation summer. And 3 of them are already off to the races. I mean, Marriott and Hilton were 2 of those stocks that I gave you guys. Those stocks are up already 7-8%. And I just went over that with you guys just literally a couple of days ago. And those stocks already are beginning to make a move. And these are just a handful of the trades and a fraction of the trades that have been going on here within True Trading Group on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis. And my Teachy fam, you guys are all well aware of that. Now, let's also not forget that on January 2nd, we published a 16-page report on where I gave you guys my top stock picks for 2022. My number 1 sector pick was the energy space. And so far to date, the energy space is by far the leading best performing sector in the S&P. If you guys read my report on January 2nd and then acted on the 5 top stocks that I had for 2022, if you acted on that on January 3rd, Chevron, CVX is up like 46%. ExxonMobil, XOM is up about 42%. Devon Energy is up like 45%. PXD is up 41%. ConocoPhillips is up like 39 or 40%. These are literally just set it and forget it type of trades, folks, where you can just get yourself in and then ride what is seeming to be just a huge bullish run in the energy space. And I actually have a new trade that I entered today that has to do with the energy space that I'm going to share with you guys all later on in this live stream. So make sure that you got your pen and paper out and you're ready to take some notes, because I will share with you something that I believe is going to happen over the next couple of weeks regarding the energy sector. Very specific reasons, very specific analysis, and I'm going to share that with you guys. I acted on that analysis today, made a brand new trade today, bought a new stock today, and I'm going to tell you guys all about it here today later on in this live stream. Okay? But listen up, listen good, because all those things are great, right? But like I said, I do believe wholeheartedly that within the next, 12 to 16 months, we're probably going to go into a bit of a recession. And during a recession, stocks go down. But between now and then, if you know how to actively trade, properly, it's totally possible that you can turn a couple $100 into a couple thousand to many thousands and so on. And then you guys can use some of that profit to actually buy the dip intelligently with actual real skill of major companies that can build some serious wealth for you and your families. The clock's ticking. It's ticking now. And, now that we're seeing some areas of maybe possibly some areas of inflation peaking, other areas not yet, that window of opportunity is beginning to shrink day by day. You guys are running out of time. Most of you maybe got involved in the markets over the last 2 years because of COVID. Most of you came to the markets because the market did nothing but go straight up, and you had huge runners, incredible moves, not just in small caps, but mid caps and large caps. You just bought a stock, you held onto it, and it just went up. It was a rising tide. It lifts all boats. But you really didn't have any clue what you were doing. You were just jumping on everyone else's bandwagon of what you were reading about on Reddit and Twitter, but without really having any understanding of why any of these stocks were moving higher. But now the environment has totally changed. Now it's not a rising tide lifts all boats. Now there's different areas of the market where stocks are exploding to all-time highs, and there's other areas where stocks are crashing to all-time lows. This is not a rising tide lifts all boats. You need to understand what you're doing in order for you guys to be able to, consistently pull some money out of the markets. And to be able to trade successfully on your terms with the proper support, the guidance, the education that's needed to give you guys the best chance of making money. I'm getting ready. My THD fam, I'm getting them ready. Every single course and workshop and event that we hold within True Trading Group for the balance of 2022 is going to be geared towards getting them prepared, getting them cashed up to take advantage of what I believe is to come. All right. So we got a big live stream in store for you guys here today. A lot to talk about. I actually have a huge discussion, a major topic that I want to share with all of you here today before we do dive in. And I'll talk to you guys about the overall markets. We'll talk about Tesla's earnings. We'll talk about Netflix getting absolutely destroyed. We'll talk about all that stuff. We'll talk about that new stock, that new trade that I just put on today in the energy space. I'll tell you guys what that is. But before we get into all of that, I'm going to bring on my business partner, co-founder of True Trading Group, Adam. The TC fam knows him as SUGE, and we've got some really important things that we want to discuss and share with you guys all here today. There he is.
Joe brought snacks.
Oh, what kind of snacks did Joe bring?
I don't know, popcorn, cheese. Doesn't matter.
Cheese, okay. I love cheese.
All right. So we're not going to take up too much time on this topic, but there's a lot that has gone on. There's a lot that has gone on in the world of online education and everything else, right?
Yeah, big time.
Scott T says, "Why should I listen to you guys? Give me an elevator pitch, or I'm leaving." You can go, Scott.
Scott, just leave, bro. Just leave.
Just leave.
I don't really care. I don't care if you listen to me or not, Scott. Get out of here.
Or you could stay and learn something, but you're good.
Yeah. Scott, good luck, buddy. Go search YouTube for other videos, and then let me know how you do.
So there's a lot that's gone on in the world of online education and online stock market education within the past 24 months, right? I got to turn the comments off on my end or I'm going to get distracted. So what essentially has happened here is that, look, online education, when it comes to stocks and everything else and options trading and just making money, right? Financial opportunity courses and all that. It's always been a huge business, massive, massive, massive business. Okay. And, there have been big players in that space for a long time, right? You guys will know most of these big players that are in that space, right? And, a lot of, look, we can go through them, the big players in that space. And before I go any further, I just want to say that whatever we're about to discuss, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I don't know if anyone did any wrongdoing or not. I don't know, I have no knowledge of any of that stuff. Neither does Mike. All of this stuff is just public information that we're going to talk about, but there's a really important reason why we're bringing it up and why we want to talk about it and why we ask that our members come here to hear it, because we wanted to make this public. We didn't want to just make it in the chat room for people. We wanted this to be public so people can hear it, right? Members and non-members alike, because it's an important message. All right. So the big players in this space, you have, you have Warrior Trading, you have Tim Sykes, you have, you had Raging Bull, right? And then you have OTA, or Online Trading Academy. You have these really big companies.
Trading. Yeah.
Huh?
I was Simpler Trading. I would just name
Simpler Trading, Investors Underground, right?
Yep.
Charles Payne. You have all of these. And there's more, right? There's definitely more, but those are the big guys that have been around for well over 10 years. Okay. And, Scott Bauer, all of these people. Mike and I back in 2014, okay? When Mike and I back in 2014, okay? We identified an issue in this space, right? And when you want to build a business, right? Because that's what Mike and I are. We're entrepreneurs,
yep.
Right? When you want to build a business, the first thing you need to do is you need to identify a sector or an area that has a problem. Okay? And then you have to come up with a solution to that problem and then offer it out for a fair price. That is a business. That's any business. Okay? That is literally any business. Okay? So that is what we saw. We saw an opportunity in a space where there was a lot of upselling, a lot of taking advantage of people. There was a lot of, there was a lot of promises, a lot of things just to get people to take action on something and then not, and then eventually have it fall flat, right?
What I say all the time, taking advantage of people's desire for instant gratification.
And look, by no means am I a saint, By no means am I a saint, right? I started off, I'm 38 years old. I started in the financial markets promoting penny stocks, right? Haven't done that in a while, right? In a while, but I'm not a saint either. I'm not saying that, I'm not here, did I, facilitate pump and dumps? No, but did I send newsletters on penny stocks? Yeah, I did, so I'm not a saint. And I don't want to come off like I'm some saint either, or Mike is some saint or anything like that. But Mike and I, a while ago, we identified there was a problem in this space, and the solution, okay, was to create a product that doesn't get you in the door for $97 and then upsell you 200 here, 500 there, 600 there, 800 here, 1,000 here, 5,000 there, right? Because that's literally everyone I just mentioned. That is the business model. Okay? The thought behind this is that it's once you pay me $97 or $45 to get in the door, it is that much easier to get X amount more money out of you. Okay? Statistically, that is what happens. Okay? What we have done is we saw that and we said, hey, let's develop something that gives real value, well over value, right? And charge one price for it, right? That was our whole idea, that you can't just do courses. You have to combine the courses with the tools, right? So you get these professional tools, you combine them in there, you package everything together, and boom, right? So that's what we have built. That's what we have done. And it has been very successful. Now, the next part to that equation is, well, how do you market it? How do you let people know that this exists and that it is out there and that people should be paying attention? These live streams. We do a live stream every single night. Why do we do a live stream every single night? We do a live stream every single night because Mike and I are unwilling to make videos as advertisements where we tell you how easy it is to learn how to trade, or how easy it's going to be for you to make $1 million, or how easy it's going to be for you to fire your boss and quit your job and we refuse to advertise that way. So we come on here and we do live streams every night, and it's exhausting, and we do a sales pitch every night, and this is how we have grown our business, and we've grown from 50 members to almost 10,000 doing these live streams. Okay? So it works, and the people that have found us through these live streams, okay, it works, typically works for them as well. So that is what we have done, right? Now we have, and it's a much longer road.
Yeah.
It's a much longer road because nobody wants to hear, if you put our stuff, like, let me give you an example. If you put our stuff next to something from Warrior Trading or from Tim Sykes or whatever, we're not going to talk to you about how you're going to quit your job, or how you're going to make $100,000 in 45 days, or how you're going to become this overnight success. We're not going to put that in an advertisement. We're not going to sell you guys on that. But unfortunately, there are a lot of companies that will put that in advertisement, and they will obviously get more people, because if you put that in an advertisement, or you tell somebody that, if somebody is desperate, or somebody is going to believe it, they're going to sign up for that service, right? And it is what it is. That's exactly what's going to happen. You put those two things, one of our live streams next to one of those ads, right? And that is what's going to happen, right? For most people. All right. So now, what's and then the other part of this, right? And again, I'm not saying somebody specifically says overnight success. I'm saying if you look at a combined ads of every person I mentioned, it's in there. Okay, I'm not saying specifically Tim Sykes has said it, or specifically this person has said it, whatever.
Yeah, again, guys, we're not we're not picking on one particular person, group, service, company. We're not, we're not trying to bash anybody or any, we're not, that's not the point of what Adam is going through with you guys right now. He's just kind of giving you examples of what are some of the bigger names that a lot of people on here are probably really familiar with, and a lot of the different type of advertising content that's out there versus, what we say on here on these live streams. So I just want to clarify that. Adam, go ahead, man.
Yeah. So and we're almost done with this topic, and then we're gonna move on, right? So one of the things that we get a lot of questions about from new people on here, right? I mean, there's a lot of people on here right now. Mike, you want to see how many people are new here real quick before I ask this question?
Yeah. Let's see.
All right. Guys, and Mike, go ahead and ask them while I pull it up.
Yeah, if you guys are not members of the TTG family, do me a favor, just type the letters TTG in chat real quick. Just type TTG if you're not a member. I'd just like to see how many people are on here that are not members of the TTG fam versus how many of the fam we've got strong with us here now.
Yeah, right, just because I'm going to ask a question, and I want to see how many people are not members so that we can get a better idea of that. Yeah. All right.
MH, Orville, Richard, Mary, John Hoffman, T. Swing, Rinzin. I saw your question about Netflix. I'll answer that later, I promise. Cross, Shell, Corey Richardson, Jonathan. Great, guys. Good. Yeah, Ronaldo, Laura, John, Freddie, Louis Barrientos, Carson, Samuel, Admin, Ishwinder. Great, Louis. Yeah, guys, this is good.
Right. Well, a lot of new faces. A fair amount of people. Yeah. Right. All right. So we used to get a lot of questions from new people on here, And the question we would get most often is, Mike, how much did you make today?
Yeah.
Right? Mike, how much did you make today?
Yep.
Like, how much do your mods make? Did you, are you a millionaire? Are you a millionaire trader? How much did you make today? Right? That's the question we get. And why do we get that question? We get that question because you guys have been conditioned to ask that question.
Yep.
You guys somehow, and it's not your fault, you see it. You see it from warrior trading. You see, and I'm not saying anything that's not there. I mean, you go to any of his YouTube channels, it'll say, I made X amount of money today. I lost X amount of money today. Now that has, in his defense, that has changed recently, but it was that way, right? So, and a lot of other people do that too, right? It's because what they're trying to convey is that what they're trying to convey is as follows. If you could see somebody that can make X amount of money on a trade, then maybe it's possible that you can do that too, right? It's sexy when you see somebody say, I made $100,000 today, and it's sexy when you hear somebody say, I lost $75,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's because hey, you just took a $75,000 hit and you were able to keep going, right? So we used to get it a lot. Like Mike would sit up here and talk, and they'd be like, well, if you're not making $100,000 per trade, then you're nobody, right? The fact of it is that, and Mike will explain it to you himself, right? Is that, I mean, if you want, go ahead. I don't need to speak for you.
About why we don't.
Yeah, like what you think isn't going to pay their bills.
Exactly, guys. Listen, aside from just me not liking to talk about, I mean, Adam busts my balls all the time about like a watch or a car. So I don't, just aside from me personally not liking to really talk about it. But it doesn't matter how much money that I make or that another trader makes, because they're not going to pay your bills. And regardless of how much money somebody makes or how much money somebody loses, it's not going to automatically translate into you making money. Okay. Which is why at True Trading Group, we always talk about like results matter. And when we talk about results, we're not talking about my results or one of the 8 professional trading moderators that are part of True Trading Group. We're not talking about their results. We're talking about yours. Because I can sit up and say, I made $1 bajillion today, right? That's not going to automatically translate into you making $1 bajillion today. There's a lot of people that, and some of our, some of the people in programs that Adam was just mentioning, there's a lot of people that see somebody make a ton of money and then say, oh, well, if they can do it, so can I. They join, and then that person ends up making money on the day, but then you lost money. You're like, how is this possible? How am I losing money, but this person is actually still making money? How is that possible? And that's why it's not something that we really go over and that we discuss. I also don't want people thinking that, okay, well, if I said, hey guys, I made $20,000 today. If I said that, I not want that to make somebody to say and feel like one of two things. It goes both ways. Someone can say, oh, well, this person must be trading with a huge account. I can't learn from this person because I only have $1,000 in my account. This person has to have like $2 million in their account. So I can't learn from that person. And that statement is 1,000% incorrect. Okay. Your position size and everything is all relative. Percentage gain is percentage gain. Whether if I make a trade and I make 22% on it, it doesn't matter if I've got 100 grand in the trade and you've got $100 in the trade. 22% on your money is 22% on your money, no matter how you cut it. And that's one way. The other way is for someone to look at that and say, oh, wow, if Mike made $20,000 today, then let me follow him, because then if he can do it, then that means that I can then if I follow Mike, then I'll be able to make money today. And as much as I would love to tell all of you that that's how simple that it is, it's not. And a lot of you that have maybe been part of a lot of these other programs in the past are probably have realized that firsthand, that you can look at someone, you can follow someone that maybe makes 200 grand in a single month, but yet you lost $2,500 in the course of the month. How can that be? You know, and that's because position size management and risk management is absolute, and trader psychology is absolutely crucial. It's not enough to just, oh, I'm just going to follow this person, because that person might have different position size. That person might take profits at different percentages of their position. They might sell 25% of their position versus you selling 50. You might get completely flat versus that person selling half their position and still holding. There's a lot of different things that are going to factor into the difference between somebody making money and somebody losing money. And I don't want people looking at P&L and say, I'm going to join True Trading Group because of this person's P&L. Don't join because of my P&L. That's why we don't talk about P&L on here. I come on these live streams day after day, night after night, and I provide you with lessons. I provide you with education. I provide you with my analysis through my experiences that I've received going through my entire trading career, starting all the way back when I worked at a fund in New York, my first job out of college. And throughout that process, I'll tell you what I'm in. I'll tell you what I'm buying, what I'm selling. I'll tell you what stocks that I like, and I'll give you guys all of my opinions on everything that are out there. And I want you to join True Trading Group, not because you say, wow, Mike made 20 grand today. Don't join because of that. Join because you understand what I am teaching you. It makes sense. You're interested. You can follow it, because that is the only way that you're going to actually become successful at this, is if you are able to understand and learn this material, not just say, oh, I'm just going to blindly follow someone that made 20 grand today. I don't want you to join because of that. If that's the reason why you join, you're joining for the wrong reason.
Yeah. And look, you know, he's 1,000% correct. You know, that we also made the decision a long time ago, many years ago, Mike and I made the decision that we were not going to use his P&L or Ahmad's P&L, okay, to sell memberships. That was never going to happen. And we don't. There's a reason that we don't come on here and say, watch this one testimonial or look at this one testimonial. There's a reason we ask our members in chat and we say the following, right? We say, if you are, Mike, what do we say? Oh, not that. Hang on one second. Was my mic off the entire time?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. What we say in chat is we ask our members. We ask our members that are on this live stream, okay? We say, are you making money? And more important, are you becoming a better trader? And we ask you to type the $sign in chat, right? So go ahead. Are you making money? And more important, are you a better trader because of True Trading Group? We ask our members, right? We ask our members because coming from us does not, it shouldn't have to come from us. It should come from you guys. It should come from you guys.
Look at my TC fam. I love it. You guys
The reason we are bringing this up tonight is for several reasons. We're bringing it up because all day we got questions about what happened to Warrior Trading today.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get into it because it's not my business. I don't know them. I don't know their company. I don't know, I don't know what they did, what they didn't do, anything. All I know is what I've seen online. So it's not for us to talk about it. Okay. As far as give our opinion on it, it doesn't matter what we think. Okay. However, we got questions about this all day. Okay. When the same thing happened to Raging Bull back in March, we got questions about it all day. Because granted, because we have a very loyal user base, because those people are, because even the people that are not making money, they know that they are, you don't need to, somebody says, L. Ivy says, sorry, I'm not making money. I struggle. That's fine. Not fine that you struggle, but it's okay that you say that.
Yep.
Right? Because here, let me explain. Guys, what did most of you just get out of right now? What did we just have? Type it in chat. Where did you guys just come from? There we go. Red to green, red to green, red to green, red to green,
Yep,
red to green.
it is.
Let me explain what a red to green is. There are members in True Trading Group who are doing very, very well. There's a lot of members that are doing well, but there are also members that are struggling.
Yep.
That are going through the courses, that are struggling, that aren't killing it, that aren't making, where that aren't where they want to be. Okay? You can't have 100% success rate. Here's the hard truth, guys. No matter how much preparation, no matter how much money you have, no matter how much education you have, it's still possible to lose money in the stock market.
Yep.
Yep. So what do? We say no trader left behind. We say no trader left behind. So what do? We go ahead and we put together these workshops for free. Okay? And they're 2 hours. All right? We do them once a month, once every 2 months. And you guys that are struggling, submit your topics that you want covered, and we go over them with you for about 2 hours. And a lot of our people that are here, and look, you don't have to be struggling to attend, but a lot of people that struggle go. And so we created that for them. Right? We created that for them. It's called Red to Green. We do that so that we do not leave people behind. Now we cannot make money for you.
Right.
Okay? MH thinks that we're bots. I gotta find, before everyone replies that you're not I need to find the software.
I don't know where this software is. I really don't know.
I want to use this software in certain places. So I need to find how to do this.
I really don't. I don't know where it
is. And moving on, it's not bots. Just ask anybody anything.
Yeah.
So we do this not because we have to. We already have your money. We're not charging you anything extra for it, so we're not making any money off of it.
Right.
Right? But we do it anyways.
Yeah.
And why do we do it? We do it because we genuinely give a shit. We genuinely care whether you succeed or fail. That's why we do it. For no other reason. We have built True Trading Group's entire business model around whether or not you guys are successful. That's why, one of the things they put in the document for Warrior Trading is they spent $12.8 million in marketing over a period of 38 months. So roughly 300, whatever it comes out to per month, it's a lot, right? We have a different view on that, right? Do I think that it would be fun to spend that amount of money in marketing? Sure, because I'm a marketing guy. So I think I'd have a fucking blast with that. Mike goes, what would you do with $500,000 of marketing spend in a month? I said I would get you on Ellen.
I'll be interviewed on the Ellen show.
Right. And on Ellen. That's what I would do. So that, for us, what we've taken a different approach. Do we spend money on marketing? Absolutely, we spend money on marketing. Would I rather spend money to put it back into the platform? Yeah, we've done that a lot more than we've spent money on marketing.
Oh, yeah.
Would we rather have taken $1 million and give it back to our members over 14 months? Yeah, and we did that. Between laptops, the cost of laptops, between the cost of Kindles, between many giveaways in chat, and we were giving away $30,000 and $50,000 every month for over a year, for a little bit over a year. We gave back a total of $1 million back to our members because you know why we did that, Mike? Why do we do that? Because that was our marketing.
That was our, yeah.
because you guys and your success and word of mouth from you guys doing well and being here, that was our marketing. We reinvested it back into you guys. Instead of getting people on Google and Facebook and everything else and spending all the money there. We reinvested it back into our platform. We brought on extra tools and all these things to ensure that you guys never had to pay extra for tools and courses. The point of all of this is that we got a tremendous amount of questions today. We wanted to point out that first of all, this is why, right, doesn't take Harvard commercials to show, right? So yeah. Look, I'm not against marketing. I think marketing's cool. But I don't know if I think you gotta reinvest back into your platform. Yeah. So a lot of our members will get concerned when they see this stuff, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, are you guys okay? Are you guys okay?" Yes, we are fine. We do not do what these people are doing. We do not go ahead and make claims about Mike's P&L or any of the moderators' P&L to sell you a membership. We're not up here telling you that you're going to sign up for True Trading Group and within a month you're going to turn, this is an actual claim from another group, $500 into $53,000 in 17 days as an Uber driver. We're not going to tell you that.
And if anything, when we have members that are on these live streams that make comments like that,
I've called them out.
Yeah, we call them out. I mean, when we have someone that, when we say have like someone that is a member and they say, "Oh, I turned $500 into $80,000," we're like, okay, well, that's a bold claim. Text Adam, let's verify it. Send Adam, a screenshot or something. Let's verify that number before we start to put it out there. Because are those gains possible? Yes, they are absolutely possible.
Are they likely?
Is it the norm? Really. No, it's not the norm. And I don't want to, and we're not going to sit up here. We're not going to, I tell you guys all the time, I don't sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to blow smoke up anybody's ass. I'll be I'll be the first person rather to tell you that trading is not a get rich quick scheme. So I just want to point out to you guys that, sometimes you have some people that are so programmed to, "Oh, well, if you're such a good trader, show me your tax returns." Well, like, first of all, I'm not showing anybody my tax returns except my accountant in the IRS. So that's first and foremost. Okay. Secondly, it's not about how much money somebody else makes. And we're not going to sit up here as a company. We made this decision a long time ago. You guys know, if you're on these live streams for a while, I don't sit up here and tell you how much money that I made or did not make. Well, I come up here and I tell you, yeah, I had a great day today. I had an okay day today. I had a red day today. I had a terrible day today. I'll tell you guys all those things, but I want you to join True Trading Group because of the amount of money that you see me make or lose. I want you to join because you understand the education and you're actually learning something. That's really what it's all about. And a lot of people are asking, like, what happened? What happened? A lot of people are saying, what happened to Warrior Trading? They don't even know. A lot of people don't even know necessarily what happened. I don't know if Adam, you want to just tell them briefly
a quick
summary of what happened.
So according to the FTC website, right? I'll read you guys the headline and you can Google it. Federal Trade Commission cracks down on Warrior Trading for misleading consumers with false investment promises. Right. For March, and then in March 8th of this year, you had Raging Bull, right? Online investment site to pay more than $2.4 million for bogus stock earnings claims and hard to cancel subscription charges. Right?
Yep.
So, look, unfortunately, this stuff exists. Okay. But that's why we do what we do.
Yeah.
Okay. We knew going into this in 2014, we knew that this was going to be an uphill battle for us. We knew this was not going to be easy. We knew that we were going to have to, contend with, look, by default, just because of the space that we're in, courses or whatever, right? We're not just courses, but courses, right? Just because we're in that space, by default, we're lumped in sometimes in the public eye, right? Oh, well, if they're scammers, you guys must be scammers too, right? And we knew that going into it. We know that we have to prove ourselves. We can't just show up here and just because, we have a lot of people that type a $sign in chat or that support us on these live streams, expect you guys to feel all warm and fuzzy inside all the time. We understand that. And we know that it's going to be an uphill battle for us. But you know what? We have been from concept, from idea to launch from 2014, we built it all out and we launched it in 2017, end of 16, beginning of 17. And we ran with it. And we paid people $20 to come in our chat room to try it out.
To test out the platform.
And we have consistently grew it and grew it and grew it and grew it. You'll see people in the live stream say, I was skeptical, I tried it out, and I'm so glad that I did because it's legit. And that's okay. That's great. And we're grateful for the chance. Okay, we are grateful for the chance that you guys gave us a try.
I love when people are skeptical. They're my favorite members, honestly. Yep. The people that come on the live streams and they dog me, man. They hound me. And I love it. I really don't get upset. I'm not angry at the people that are skeptical because I understand why you're skeptical. I see the things that are out here that are happening. And again, guys, I don't want you to confuse this. I don't know anything about Ross. I don't know anything about Warrior. I don't know anything about, these other groups that are out there. I'm not saying anything bad about
we are addressing this because we got a tremendous amount. I mean, Mike got probably close to 40 private messages. Yeah. I received, like 30 or 35 different ones, asking about it. So this is why I wanted to, we needed to come on and talk about this a bit, because we don't want, it's important to address it.
Yeah.
Because it's part of the industry. And you guys are members. We have a lot of lifetime members, that were like, hey, like, is this going to, is this okay? Like, so look, that is why we wanted everyone on here to hear it. And we hope that this gets a lot of views. We hope this stream gets a lot of views, man. Not for sales, but because people need to hear that shit.
Yeah.
So, and look, and I'll close with this, our entire model, right, is that you pay one price and you get access to all courses and all tools, right? That is our entire business model. So yeah, you know what? We're not $45 or $97 to come in. We don't have a monthly membership, and that's okay. That's okay because our business model isn't to get you in the door with a cheap offering and then upsell you to high hell.
Yeah.
That's not our business model. Do you understand? That's why we don't do that. We don't do that. So I'm not going to charge you $97 to come in for a month and then upsell you on a bunch of things. That ain't the way we do business.
Yeah.
Don't come to us for the cheap price. Come to us because this is where you want to, have a good chance to take your stuff to the next level.
Yeah.
So, and, look, speaking about, cancellations or hard to cancel, right? most of these complaints that you'll see will have like, oh, it was a reoccurring membership and I couldn't cancel it, right? That's a lot of what you're going to see on these things. Well, it's very easy to cancel your True Trading Group membership. In fact, we obnoxiously call you,
Yeah.
send you. So just so you guys know, the True Trading Group membership is an automatic recurring membership every year. However, the price is the same. The price you pay when you sign up is the price you pay for life, right? What happens is that if you want to cancel, all you have to do is go into your account, select memberships, and then click cancel. It's that simple, and you are never charged again. You don't need us to do it for you. And you know, and yeah, that's really it.
Yeah, we literally, just so you guys understand, we actually have employees at True Trading Group. Their entire job is to obnoxiously try to contact people like when they get to like a couple weeks before their membership is about to renew.
It starts a month out.
It starts 1 month out. So if you signed up with True Trading Group today, right, on April 20th, come March 20th of 2023, when you're a month out from your membership, you are going to get emailed.
Yo, it's gonna be like the most obnoxious.
Yes.
Like, imagine the most
until you respond to us. We let you know. We're like, hey, your membership is going to renew. Do you still want to be a member of True Trading Group? Yes. Okay, great. Now we'll leave you alone. But if you don't, we are going to hound you to remind you this payment is coming. And if you do not want to renew, you can very easily go in and then we show you how to cancel your membership so you are not charged for something you don't want to be charged for. But a lot of these other programs, they don't do that. They wait for you to forget. Then you're charged and you're like, oh, what the hell? I totally forgot. I don't want to be a part of this. And you call them 3 days later and they're like, oh, I'm sorry. We have a no refund policy. That's bullshit.
Right. So for example, Warrior Trading, a 30-day starter membership is $997. After 30 days, Warrior Trading auto renews consumers into this is on the FTC's thing. Auto renews consumers into a recurring monthly subscription that costs $197 per month until you cancel. And then that doesn't include the other membership, which is the Pro. 90-day access membership plan is $4,297
for 90 days.
For 90 days.
Wow.
So, and that is pretty standard of what's out there. So our entire business model was created to disrupt this industry. Offer an affordable price for people, offer them all the tools and none of the upsell. That way, we can disrupt an industry and turn into something much, much bigger. That is why we offer, we have offered a double your money back guarantee.
Yeah.
It's how we hold it, it's how we hold, giving that money back guarantee is how we hold ourselves accountable.
Yep.
So
that's what we mean by results matter. The money back guarantee is based on your P&L, nobody else's. It's not based on my P&L. It's not, oh, well, if Mike doesn't make a certain amount of money in a month, I want my money back. No. It's nothing to do with me. I can tell you I had the best trading year of my entire life. I had a record-breaking year. If you did not make your membership fee back at least once after going through our courses, passing our quizzes, and attending a study group, I don't care if I had the best year of my entire life. If you didn't make your membership fee back, not even once, we're going to give you double your money back what you paid, because that means that our program, our education, our platform failed you. And if you're going to invest your hard-earned money and you're going to entrust in our platform to help educate you on these topics, then we should be held accountable for that trust that you are instilling in us. And that's why we say, welcome to the THD family. And that's why we offer you a double your money back guarantee. Nobody else does that. Nobody else even comes close to doing that.
Right. But we do that. We do that because we are trying to disrupt an industry. We are trying to be different. We are trying to give you guys more so that we can stand apart and not have the competition, not have to spend $13 million and make false promises for you to join us.
Yeah.
We're giving you more credit than that. We're saying these people don't want to be sold a line of bullshit. Let's treat them with a little bit of respect.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. We're saying let's treat them with a little bit of respect.
Let's treat them like family.
Right. Anyways, that's it, guys. Mike, go get it.
All right, guys. So there you have it. That was the big announcement that Adam and I want to talk to you about. I know some people are like, is this the big announcement? Yeah, guys, listen, some of you may not give a shit. Adam and I felt like this was very important for us to discuss. I got a million questions from people about this today in chat, on social media. Adam, the same, and felt like it was a topic that just needed to be addressed. So I'm glad we talked about it. I don't want to harp on this. Again, I'm not trying to bash or badmouth anybody. It's unfortunate, whatever. I don't know anything about, this is just whatever the public information that's out there. That's what Adam and I were just kind of talking to you guys about. So this is why TTG exists. This is why we are the way that we are. And this is why when I first started doing these live streams, I have said to you all many times that we want to disrupt this industry. And this is what I mean by it. This is what I mean. It shouldn't cost you $5,000 to get an education like this. It shouldn't. That's insane. $4,000, whatever you said, for 90 days. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. Like, I don't know any of these other, the details about any of these other groups. I don't give a shit about these other groups. I'm doing my own thing. I stay in my own lane, as a lot of you guys know. But this is what's out there, and this is what you all have to deal with. I don't have to deal with this stuff. You guys have to deal with this. And, I want to put an end to it. Okay, I want to put an end to it. Angelina Danelle says, I want to join. I joined the free trial, but I'm afraid to spend money and not understand any of it. I still feel lost with all of this. Angelina, believe me, Angelina, who just asked that question, if a lot of the stuff that I talk, and we didn't really talk about any market stuff yet. I'm about to. I'm going to get, guys, don't worry. We're going to talk about Tesla earnings. We're going to talk about Netflix. We're going to talk about the overall markets, and we're going to talk about a new trade that I just placed today that I plan on holding this trade for like 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm going to share that with you guys. It's in the energy space. I'll give you my analysis on what I think is going to happen there. So we have a lot to get into, but if you don't understand the things that we talk about on these live streams, or if you're a trial member and you don't understand like some of the things that are going on during the day, trust me, you will understand it once you become a member and you go through the courses. There's a lot of members of True Trading Group that did not know a single thing about trading before they joined, and now are able to actually, you know what? I'll just ask them instead of me telling you guys this stuff. I always like to ask our members, my TTG fam. Okay. How many of you, type the number 1 right now in chat if you knew absolutely nothing about True Trading Group? Now that you've become a member, now you're actually making money. Type the number 1 in chat. We're going to switch it up. No $sign. We're going to do the number 1 for all those people that think these are bots. Okay, we'll switch it up. We'll do the number 1 if you knew nothing and now you're making money. Angelina, I want you to pay attention to see how many people type the number 1 in chat right now. Okay, so even though you did not know anything prior, you can see all these people that are typing the number 1 now that, hey, I knew nothing, but yet here I am now learning and becoming a better trader. All right, so trust me, you will learn, how to understand all of this stuff. We also have another comment here by Wyatt Shaw, says, how much is the subscription? Okay, there's a couple of people, and also I saw Kenny. Kenny was also asking about the membership as well, and so is Wyatt, and so is Angelina. Guys, listen, here's what I'll do. I'm going to spend literally about the next 5 minutes. I'll tell you, maybe a little longer, maybe 7 minutes. I'll tell you about the membership, how you can become a part of the TTG family. And then don't go anywhere, okay? Sit through this for 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, sit through this for 5 to 7 minutes. All right, I'm going to go through this with you, and then we're going to talk about Tesla's earnings. We're going to talk about Netflix. If you should buy this this is a hell of a lot more than a dip. Should you buy this sell-off in Netflix, or is it time to cut bait and is it time to just look the other way? And then I got a trade I made today that I want to tell you guys all about, because this is something I think could do well over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, so first, everyone that's asking about the membership, you have to understand that we combine at True Trading Group a professional level of education, which is the similar stuff that I learned that I worked at the fund, and that it's both in depth, it's complex, it's easy to understand though, and it's easy to implement pretty quickly, whether you've never traded a day in your life or you're a professional trader that's looking to gain an edge. The curriculum platform can help you guys reach your goals. We combine that with premium investing tools from today's top fintech companies like Benzinga, TradingView, Quote Media, CBOE, Polygon, Trade Ideas. The tools that are on our platform, if you went to the companies directly that I just named and bought those services, you're spending about $4,000 to $5,000 a year. Don't believe me? Go actually to those companies' websites, see how much these products cost. We've done that work for you. We, as True Trading Group, as a platform, went to those companies and negotiated these deals and rates so we can offer their products on our platform for just that one annual price of for your annual membership. The price of the annual membership is normally $2,212. But tonight, for joining us here tonight for this special announcement, you guys can actually get a 46% discount. It brings the price down to just $11.77 for the entire year. We were supposed to raise the price tonight, but with everything that just happened today, Adam and I decided, no, let's not raise the price. Let's just let's have this discussion. Let's be open. Let's be transparent with all of our members and all of our potential new family members. And let's keep this price at $11.77 for just one more day. We were kind of rolling this out. It was kind of our Easter and our Passover, had a little holiday sale. It was also my birthday this month. But we're going to extend this one more day on kind of with everything that happened today. So the price was supposed to go up. We're keeping it at $11.77 for one more day for those of you that are interested in joining the TC family. But then at midnight tonight, we are going to be raising that price. Okay. And then on top of all those tools, you guys are going to join a community of traders that's led by TTG's team of full-time trading moderators that has over 100 years of combined trading experience. We focus on stocks, options, crypto, futures, day trading, swing trading, and also long-term investing, right? I told you before that results matter. Your results and your P&L matters. The next 20 people, okay? And this is another thing that Adam and I are doing for tonight. We ran out of laptops yesterday, okay? We had 10 laptops left. We ran out of them yesterday. People grabbed them. We do not have any more laptops. However, Adam and I are actually going to purchase just for today, because of everything that kind of is happening, we're going to buy retail 20 laptops for the next 20 people that join the THD family. Normally, so those that don't know, we have a relationship with wholesalers and we can buy laptops in bulk so we can get really good discount prices. We're unable to get more. We ran out of them yesterday, but Adam and I are going to actually pay retail and actually buy the laptops for the next 20 people that join. So here's how you guys can join tonight only. ttgoffer.com. Go to that site, ttgoffer.com. Enter the coupon code TTG121. You will get a 46% discount. The price comes down to just $11.77. But you're also going to get a brand new free laptop upon completing our courses and quizzes. We will cover the shipping costs. We will ship anywhere in the world. We literally have members in all corners of the globe within True Trading Group. As long as you have DHL, we will get you that brand new free laptop. Do what you want with it. Trade with it. Use it for work. Give it to your kid for school. Put it on eBay and sell it for all I care. It doesn't matter. It's our gift to you for joining the TGG family. Okay? But I'm also going to give you 2 free private study group sessions with one of the pro traders at True Trading Group. Now, this is for you to ask questions, get help with anything that you're struggling with, and really speed up your learning curve. And then last but certainly not least, we touched upon this earlier, the double your money back guarantee. Nobody else in this industry offers this. And quite frankly, I think it's because nobody is as confident in their ability to help you become successful as we are. And that's why we say, if you join True Trading Group and you commit to our platform and you go through our courses, you pass our quizzes, and you attend one study group, if you do that and still do not make that $1,177 back at least once throughout the course of your membership, we will give you back not just your 1177. We're going to double it. So we'll give you back $2,354. I'm dead serious. All you need to do is go to ttgoffer.com right now, enter the code TTG121. You'll get the price that will drop all the way down to $1177. That's for tonight only. The price was supposed to go up tonight, or supposed to go up today from yesterday, but we decided to keep it open. And the next 20 people, we got brand new free laptops sitting there for you, ready for you are. And then you'll pay $1177. Go through the courses, the quizzes, attend one study group at your own pace. You literally have the entire year to complete those 3 tasks. If you do, and you do not make the $1177 back at least once, I'll give you back $2,354 at the end of your membership. That's how confident we are in our abilities to help you become successful. That's what I mean by results matter. And that's what I mean by your results, not mine. That's what True Trading Group is all about. Okay, I just simply believe that if we're going to say these things, we need to be, we need to sit up here and we get to put that money up with you. And we need to back up and hold ourselves accountable. And that's how we do it. We put our money where our mouth is. If anybody has a question about the membership, okay, if anybody has a question or you're having a hard time signing up for whatever the reason, send a text message. Don't call. Text this number, 201-775-9702. Again, 201-775-9702. Don't call that number. Text it. It's text message only phone number. All right. But if you have questions, fire away. Adam will grab that message and Adam will respond to you guys. Just saw Adam, who was just on here with me. He's my business partner and co-founder of True Trading Group. So he'll be more than happy to help answer any questions that you guys have. All right, guys, listen, if you're interested in the TG fam, take advantage of this. We're going to keep this price down here, that 46% off for $1177 for one more day. But after midnight tonight, that price will go up and the laptops are good for the next 20 people. You'll know you'll know you're one of the 20 people if you see a laptop in your checkout cart. That's how you know you're getting one of the laptops. As long as you see a laptop in the checkout cart, you're good to go. Okay? Get it? Got it? Good. All right, guys. With that being said, I want to go over now and I want to talk to you guys more about kind of the bigger picture here. I want to go over some of the main topics of the live stream. We just talked a lot about, that big announcement that we were going through. But it's time to dive in and talk education. It's time to dive in. Let's talk about the markets. 3 topics I want to discuss with you: Tesla, Netflix, and one trade, new trade that I entered here today. Okay. First, let's talk about the overall markets. All right. Well, actually, I guess 4 topics. I want to throw the SPY in there as well. We got to talk about the SPY, right? Today, the SPY was really held back. Orville and Kerry was the name. I'm sorry, Kerry. I said earlier Kenny. I'm sorry. It was Kerry. Orville and Kerry, welcome to the THD family, folks. Welcome your new fam. There's now just 18 of those spots left. 18 laptops. Once those run out, that's it. No more of them. Adam and I are going to buy them ourselves. We're going to be nice for tonight. And then that 1177 price point is good only until midnight tonight. Then that price is going to go up. It's supposed to go up yesterday, but we figured, so much crazy stuff happened today. We got so many questions about everything. So we said, you know what, screw it. We'll just leave it. Oraj Suraj Bali says, is this day trading? Oraj, it's day trading and so much more, brother. There's True Trading Group is not just myself. It's not just day trading. There's 8 other professional traders. I am also not just a day trader. We day trade, we swing trade. We also trade stocks and options. We also do work in crypto, and we are in the process of launching a brand new futures course as well, which will be included free with your membership, guys. You don't have to pay for it when we launch the new futures course, but we do have a new course on trading futures coming out very, very soon. You will not have to pay extra for it. It'll be included in your membership, just like all the other courses are included with your membership. No upsells for courses inside of True Trading Group. All right. We also do long-term investing as well, Araj. So it's not just day trading, brother. All right. Not just day trading. All right. So let's talk about the SPY. All right. Let's talk about the SPY. The SPY was pretty resilient today. And there was very, very, very clear divergence in the overall market today. And this is something that you guys have to be mindful of. Okay. And this is something you need to get used to, because what you had, okay, what you had was different areas of the market are strong and different areas are weak. And a lot of people are not used to that. A lot of people that got involved in 2020 and 2021, especially in 2021, a rising tide lifts all boats. Like everything just went up. Okay. Everything just went up. You're not getting that now. Now you have, oil stocks up at all-time highs, right? But then you have tech stocks getting absolutely destroyed. And you have boring stocks like Johnson and Johnson and Procter and Gamble breaking out to highs. You have stocks like Walmart breaking out to new highs, right? You have boring stocks like Marriott, Hilton breaking out to all-time highs. There's a very clear divergence between different areas of the market. And this is what I meant when I was telling you guys at the end of 2021 that 2022 is going to be drastically different from the environment that a lot of people were used to in the last year. There's a bull market somewhere in the markets. You just have to know where to be. Okay. But everybody only knows one type of stock, and that's all the SPAC stocks. It's all the meme stocks. It's all the super high growth stocks. It's the NIOs of the world, right? It's the AMCs of the world and the GameStops, and it's the Bed Bath and Beyonds. Okay, these are the only stocks that a lot of people that just got involved in the markets last year, this is all that they know. And those people are really sucking wind. But there's other areas of the market that you can be in right now to be drastically outperforming the market. And that's exactly what we've been doing. If you guys have been following the live stream for a while, like I said, January 2nd, I published a report that said the energy sector is the place to be. January 2nd, it was a 16-page report. Okay. And I even did a live stream on January 2nd. It was a Sunday. And I told everybody exactly what the plan was here Monday, January 3rd, the first trading day of 2022, and what the plan is for the whole year. And I told you guys, energy, 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 energy. And all you need to do is look at what these energy stocks have done. I mean, these moves are absolutely massive. Okay, but this is where the bull market is. Okay, so the days of just holding on to these high growth tech stocks, these meme stocks until they moon, guys, that's over. Okay, you've got to actually understand what you're doing and what's going on in the markets. And this is where, True Trading Group and all the things that we do and the moderators, this is where we can do a lot of that heavy lifting and help you guys, be going down the right path. Okay. So when we take a look at the SPY here, my thing about the SPY is that if the NASDAQ and tech is going to be as weak as it's been, and if the NASDAQ cannot get over, and this is the Qs right now, I'm looking at the Qs, which is the ETF for the NASDAQ. Okay. This area, if we cannot get over this area, okay, if we cannot get over this area on the Qs, in big trouble. Okay. As long as the Qs stay underneath this 348, I don't think the SPY is going to really be able to move significantly higher, because tech makes up the greatest weighting and the biggest weighting in the S&P. Okay. Tech makes up the biggest weighting in S&P. So if tech is going to keep going down, even though the Dow components, industrials and financials and energy, even though they can move higher, healthcare, even though all those stocks can actually continue to move higher, if tech is still moving to the downside, the SPY is going to be trapped right in the middle. All right. So it's a good sign that the SPY was able to hold like 444 today, but you still have a ton of resistance at 450. You still have a ton of resistance here at 450. And I don't think there's any way in hell the SPY can get over this level. Okay, this 450. I don't think we can get over this level. This was previously support back here. Then it became resistance. Okay. And then that's also now your 100-day moving average and your 200-day moving average. I don't think the SPY can get over that level unless the Qs are able to break over this area here. Okay. So I don't necessarily think that the NASDAQ is going to break over this area. I kind of feel more likely that the NASDAQ is going to work its way back down towards this area, and you're going to get more action that looks something similar to here. And I think the NASDAQ is going to go down and test this area. I think this double bottom that was put in here, you can almost call it a triple bottom, really. I think that area may get tested on the NASDAQ, and I think that'll just drag on the overall market and drag on the S&P. And I think that'll pull the SPY, back down into maybe this region, and then the SPY can kind of find its footing and then eventually recover and then move higher. Okay, so those are kind of my thoughts on the overall market. I want to touch briefly on Tesla. Tesla came out with earnings, good number. You're talking about different, China demand and supply chain issues, and Tesla has been able to really buck the trend and a lot of the different concerns that a lot of people have had, coming into this. And Tesla has been able to avoid the issues that a lot of other auto manufacturers have been unable to avoid. Like Rivian had to cut supply. A lot of your other EV makers, even Ford and General Motors and your traditional automakers, are having supply chain issues, but Tesla continues to kind of buck that trend. And the fact that Tesla held this 973 level, and I'll zoom this in, and you guys can see this area that you see right here. Okay, I'll draw a line right here. All right, this level of support is key. This level has held now for a week and a half. For a week and a half, that level is held. Okay, so I don't necessarily believe that Tesla's going to make a run back up to your all-time highs. I think that more than likely, Tesla's going to become pretty choppy in here, because what I think is going to have happen is Tesla's going to be strong, but then NASDAQ's going to be weak. And I think you're going to get like a real push-pull here on Tesla. And I think Tesla's actually going to be really, really choppy for the next couple of days. I think it's going to be green one day, red the next, green one day, red the next. I think it's really going to get a tug of war going on with individual attention on Tesla, the name, but then also Tesla being kind of dragged in with the overall markets, with its weighting with the S&P and then the NASDAQ and everything else. So I think there's going to be a real push-pull there from like an algorithm and a computer trading standpoint with Tesla. But as long as Tesla stays above 973, you can't really look to try to short that thing. And if it breaks 973, then you probably get an easy move to 950, maybe even crack it, get into the 940s. But I would just wait until you get under 973 to make that move. Okay, as long as it's above 973, I think you're playing with fire trying to short it. If it gets under 973, I think you have an easy 20-point drop, 25-point drop to the downside, and you can play that either short or put options, wherever you guys want to trade it. Okay, but I'll be all over that if it breaks 973. But in the meantime, I think it's going to be a really, really choppy trade. So I'd be careful actively trading Tesla. But the strength that this company and the stock has held up throughout this entire volatile start of 2022 is damn outright impressive. And I own Tesla in my long-term portfolio, and I'm going to continue to own it for the next decade. All right. Moving on to Netflix, far different story. Netflix had one of the most horrific back-to-back earnings that I've ever seen in my entire life. When they reported earnings, everybody please welcome Marshall, Jane, and Jessica. Marshall, Jane, and Jessica. Welcome to the TGG family. Now there's just 15 laptops left. Okay, guys, don't forget, the next 15 people are going to get a free laptop. You'll know you're one of the 15 as long as you see a laptop on your checkout card. All right, go to ttgoffer.com, enter TTG121 coupon code. It'll drop the price all the way down to $11.77. You'll get 2 private study groups for free with one of the mods into your training group. And then again, if you do not make that $11.77 back at least once, I'm going to double it. I'll give you back $2,354. Dead serious. It's right there in black and white on the checkout page. Guys, I promise we're not going to have laptops tomorrow. I promise you. Okay. just for today, Adam and I, with everything that happened, we got like I said, we had a million questions from people about what happened today. So we're just doing this for today. So for the next 20 people that sign up, Adam and I will buy laptops for you guys. But after that, we're done. And the price goes up at midnight. So if you guys have ever been interested in the platform, the time for you to do so and to join the family literally is right now. Back to Netflix. Horrible, atrocious earnings. Bill Ackman, my goodness. Bill Ackman, guys, just lost about $400 million. When Netflix gapped down in January after their earnings call, right? They had horrible earnings in January for Q4, and they had this huge gap down. Bill Ackman stepped in and bought $1.2 billion with a B dollars worth of Netflix stock. Now, when that news came out, it caused the stock to really rip higher for 2 consecutive days when that news came out. Okay. It's, oh my God, Bill Ackman just bought $1.2 billion. This has to be a good play. And everybody chased in and chased his trade idea, because Bill Ackman, a very successful, huge juggernaut hedge fund manager, and he just got his absolute ass kicked. Okay. And he just sold out, as I said he would. Everybody was asking me today about Bill Ackman's position. There's no way he's going to hold through this. He's going to sell out on the back of that earnings. That earnings was a complete shock to everyone. Hence the stock being down 36% in one day. So, Bill Ackman taking about a $400 million haircut. Trust me, don't feel bad for the guy. He'll be just fine. He's a multi-billionaire. He'll be just fine. But I think at this point, I would not try to buy this dip in Netflix. The concern here with Netflix is a high growth name. It's a growth stock darling. And you pay higher premiums for growth stocks because they're growing at such a fast pace that you figure that growth will give you the earnings in the future. If they continue to grow at that pace, you'll sacrifice the profit now and you'll pay a higher price for it to make money later down the road. And the problem, though, with Netflix being a growth stock is the company is no longer growing. They're actually contracting. Netflix thought that they were going to acquire 2.5 million new subscribers. They actually lost 200,000. 700,000 of those came from Russia, right? They lost 700,000 accounts in Russia, which everybody knew they were going to lose accounts from Russia. Okay. But to miss that big in your subscriber numbers is just completely unacceptable for a growth stock. But it didn't end there. And this is the reason why I don't think you can really buy this. You can buy this sell-off. Okay. Because they said that they actually anticipate next quarter losing 2 million subscribers. So you go from thinking you're going to earn 2.5 million new members to losing 200,000 to now next quarter, you're going to lose 2 million. That is extremely problematic for a company that is spending as much money as Netflix is on content. Nobody spends on content like Netflix does. But when you have, the hundreds of millions of members that Netflix has, at a certain number, spending on content like that makes sense. The business model works if you have that many subscribers. But now that the company is actually losing subscribers for the first time in a decade, investors are becoming very, very, very nervous about Netflix's high costs. It's the most expensive platform out of all the other competitors. Investors are also becoming concerned with the competition. Disney Plus, Hulu, HBO Max, Prime TV, all these other programs and platforms that are out there is starting to become, because they're growing their members, right? The member base is growing on a lot of these other platforms that would insist that people are leaving Netflix, the most expensive platform, and they're going to these others. That's a major problem. Investors are scared about that. So the company is going to have to maybe cut back on some of that content spending, or do they keep plowing through it and they just think content's king and we'll have the best content, and then therefore the members will come back? Eventually, Netflix is going to have to go to an advertising model that's going to be cheaper, but there's going to be ads instead of the higher cost for no ads. They're going to have to go to a free advertising model. If and when that news happens, and it probably happens within the next month or two, I wouldn't be surprised if the next month or two you hear Netflix say, we're gonna add this. The stock probably gets a boost on the back of that news. But I think that the stock maybe has some more downside, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a one handle on this thing, meaning I think the stock can actually break underneath $200 a share. And then that's kind of where I think the stock can kind of find its footing. But I think the stock's going to be dead money for the next couple of months. And the only thing that I can think of is that Netflix came out with this earnings call and overshot. They knew how bad this was. So it's like ripping a Band-Aid off. You don't do it slowly. You do it all at once, right? I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix is overestimating the 2 million figure loss, because that gives them a window now to say, oh, we only lost 1 million, and say, oh, we actually did better than expectations. And the stock might experience a little bit of a relief rally if and when that does happen. But I think this is dead money for the next couple of months. I think your money is better spent elsewhere. I think there's better opportunities right now in the energy space, in the travel space. I like airlines. I like hotels. I think there's better areas in the market right now than to dump your money into Netflix just because it's down so much. Just because it's down so much does not mean that it has to go up. People thought that with Peloton. Look at what has happened to this stock after that huge gap down, right? Look where Peloton has gone. Everybody thought that about Zoom Video. Look where Zoom Video has gone, right? Just because it's down a lot does not mean it has to go up, all right? I think there's better areas and better places to put your money. That's my thoughts on Netflix. Now, I'll finish things off with a trade that I made today. Now, I will say this, though. I've owned the stock that I'm telling you that I bought today. I bought in my Lightspeed account. Now, my Lightspeed account is my active trading account. My day trading and my swing trading is conducted on Lightspeed. My long-term portfolio is with JP Morgan Wealth Management, and I also have some money with Fidelity. Now, in my long-term portfolio, I have already owned this stock since 2020 at around $12.60 a share. The stock is currently trading at around $61 a share. I still own that stock in my long-term portfolio. I have not sold it. I've taken some profit, but I have not sold it. I still own it. Okay. Ray Ward has a question, says, is there a minimum dollar amount that you have to start with? Ray, there is not a minimum dollar amount you have to start with, brother. A lot of people think that in order to get started, you need tens of thousands of dollars to get yourself started. It's not true. We have a lot of members at True Trading Group that started with just a couple $100. I'll prove it to you. Guys, my teaching fam, real quick, do me a favor, and then I'll get back into the stock that I just got into today. Do me a favor, guys, my teaching fam. If you started with less than $1,000, please type in chat, if you don't mind, how much money you started with, and then where are you now today? If you started with less than you started with less than $1,000, what did you start with? Where are you now today? James Dunaway started with just $100. Sonny started with just 1,000. Diane Fig started with 100. Elvira, how are you? Started with $1,111. That's the lucky number there, 1111. I see you. I see you, Elvira. Memphis Street Talk, 1,000. My boy Chris, what's up, Chris? Started with 500, is now at 4,700. Okay, so you guys, you're seeing right now, Ray, a lot of members in True Trading Group telling you what they started with and then where they are now today. I don't have to keep going through and keep reading all the comments that are coming through in chat, but it's important for you to understand that you don't need $25,000 in order for you to get started. Okay, you just don't. All right, it's a very common misconception. Okay. So back to the stock that I bought today, it is OXY, Occidental Petroleum, OXY. This is intended to be a swing trade. This is intended to be a swing trade for me. I plan on holding this stock for probably at least 2 weeks. Ideally I'll hold it for 3 weeks because here's my plan. Okay. And I'll just draw this out for you. You have a bit of an ascending triangle rather, excuse me. You have an ascending triangle that's been beginning to form here on Occidental. Okay. You see this ascending triangle. Here's your resistance at 63. All right. And then there is your uptrend support line. All right. What I'm thinking is going to happen is that I think Occidental is going to break above 63. And I think this stock is going to start to trade up here in the mid to high 60s. Okay. I think you're going to get a move that looks something similar to this. I'll draw the candles for you on exactly what I believe that this stock is going to do within the next week or so. This is kind of the action that I'm looking at. Okay, now again, I already own this stock in my long-term portfolio from like $12.60, but I bought it as a swing trade in my Lightspeed account, which is my active trading account. So this is kind of what I think you're going to get here on Oxy. And I think you probably get maybe then a little pullback, right? And then we kind of retest this area, and then we kind of bounce here and consolidate. And then on May 10th, I believe, the company comes out with earnings. And I think after earnings, this is a $70 stock. Everybody welcome Omar. Everybody welcome Omar. 14 of those spots now remain. 14 of those spots now remain. 14 laptops. Guys, everybody welcome Omar, the newest member of the TTG family. Remember, you just got to go to ttgoffer.com, use the code TTG121 right now. That price goes up at midnight. Okay? So the reason why, and here's my analysis on Oxy. Okay? Here's my analysis on Oxy. And I bought this stock today at like $60.81, I believe. I think it was, or $60.85, something like that. I forgot what my actual fill was, like $60.80 something cents is where I bought the stock. Stock currently sits at $61.50. I also told members, if you want to follow me on this trade and you do not have the capital for a $61 stock, every time I buy or short a mid or large cap stock that's a higher price stock, I'll always give you an option contract that you can follow along with me. So if you are someone that wants to follow this trade, I suggested to members the May 20th $63 strike call option. That option was trading at around, I believe, $3.25 today at the time that I entered the stock at $60.85, whatever it was. Okay, so the option was trading at around $3.25. I believe the option went up to like $3.75 today. Not a huge move, but the stock really hasn't, done much here yet. I'm looking for a break above 63. My first take profit for those following is going to be in front of 63. Okay, I'll go to a 15-minute chart and just kind of show you guys this little level of resistance that we have right here. Okay, which is your double top highs, right? There's your double top. So my first take profit level will be right here. Okay, right there will be my first take profit. My second take profit will be 65. And then if it happens, my third take profit will be 67. And then I will hold my last piece of the position looking for earnings. The reason why I think earnings are going to be good here for OXY, and I'll give you the analysis, is because Occidental has some of the highest debt. I think it is the highest actually amount of debt on their books out of any of the major oil companies. Okay. These oil companies, I think, are going to report record numbers for cash flow. Oil being up around $100 a barrel just is going to cause these companies to just make an obscene amount of money. What I believe you're going to see out of a lot of the oil stocks and a lot of the oil companies, it's not just going to be Occidental. A lot of the oil companies like Chevron and Exxon, Devon Energy, all these other companies, I think they're going to blow out earnings, but that's going to be expected. That's not going to be a surprise. But I think this is what you need to listen for. You need to listen for these companies to return some of that capital to shareholders in the form of raising their dividends and in the form of Occidental paying down some of their debt. And Warren Buffett is a huge shareholder of Occidental. And believe me, I'm sure Berkshire Hathaway is going to be in their ear about, hey, with all this money you're making, we got to pay down this debt. You got interest rates that are rising. Get this debt down, clean up that balance sheet, put yourself in a much stronger financial position after the Anadarko acquisition, which is where a lot of that debt came from. Pay that down. Let's clean up that balance sheet. And if the company says, hey, we blew out earnings, we got a ton of cash, we're going to take that cash and we're going to pay down a huge chunk of our debt. Oh, by the way, we're going to increase the dividend. I think the stock is going to have a significant move to the upside if they do that. Now, I don't know what the earnings are going to be. Nobody knows. It's always a coin flip. Nobody has inside information. If you do, that's bad. It's illegal. Don't trade on it. But if that does happen, I think there's significant upside from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be prudent. I'm going to take profits as my targets are met. Again, those targets are going to be in front of 63 and then 65, 67. Those are the profit targets that I'm looking for. And then I'll hold the piece into earnings and see. Earnings are, I believe, May 10th. If they're not May 10th, they're May 11th. It's either May 10th or May 11th. I'll clarify that as we get closer to the earnings date. But I think after they report earnings, I think the stock moves higher. And then after they report earnings, if I get the gap up on earnings, that will be the final take profit. So that's why I told you I plan on holding this trade for 2 to 3 weeks, because I want to hold it into earnings. Things that could make this stock go bad. It's oil. Okay, so it's going to be bound to news headlines like, if China goes into another COVID lockdown, that's going to be bad for these oil stocks because it's going to be bad for the price of oil. If Russia and Ukraine have a ceasefire, that's going to be bad for the oil stocks because that's going to be bad for the price of oil. Obviously, wonderful for humanitarian and for ethical reasons, obviously, but bad for the price of oil, bad for the price of Occidental stock. So those are two news catalysts that we have no control over if that happens. So you have to understand the risk when you do get into these trades. What is the news headline risk that could potentially move this stock up or down? So you understand that before you get into the trade, so you understand the right position size that you should be entering. My stop loss on this trade, folks, is down around $58, $58.50. I'm long from $60.85. Something. It's like $60. I got to see what my exact fill was. It was $60.81, $60.85, something like that. My stop loss is $58.50 to $58, right in that area. And I'll finish with one last piece of analysis that I've noticed, okay? And I'm going to identify support levels for you, okay? What I've noticed is after Occidental had this huge breakout, you'll notice buying pressure really stepped up into the low 50s, right? 4 tests of this level held. Then the stock made another leg higher. And then what you'll notice is a new support level starts to show its face, where the buyers are beginning to step up the price point for the stock. Okay, then the stock makes another move higher, and then again, you appear to have buyers stepping up into higher price points, all while your resistance level is not moving. Okay, notice how your resistance level is still at the same price point. Okay. So when I see something like this, what I start to think about is you have your buyers, okay, people that want to be long this stock are continuously and constantly moving higher to acquire shares of this company. Okay. You can see one support level here, right? And maybe to make it easier, there's too many hours on the screen. So maybe to make it easier so you guys can see this a little bit more clearly, let me delete these arrows. I'll leave the resistance arrows up top. But here you can see that buying pressure right there? See all those multiple days where the stock held? That tells me there's a lot of buyers around 52. Then you'll see that all of a sudden you have, look at all these candles, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the buyers have stepped up to 55. Now as we move up to here, well, now look what we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the buyers have stepped up to 58. And then let's take it one step further and look at the last 3 trading days. 1, 2, 3. Now the buyers have stepped up to 60. So people that want to buy this stock are moving up and up and up and up. And once this $63 level breaks, that, my friends, is when I think you get a significant move to the upside. And that's when we're going to be doing our happy dance. And we're going to take some profits off the table. And we're going to stuff them right in our pocket, because where's the safest place for profit? In our pocket. That's it for tonight's live stream, folks. What I'm going to do here now, okay, what I'm going to do here now, for those that are interested, I'm going to show you the actual TTG platform. All right, so I'm done with, the educational stuff. I'm done talking about stocks and my thoughts on different things. But what I'm going to go over with you now is the platform itself. If you're interested, I'll show you what it looks like. TTG is a platform. It is not just a chat room. There are far more things that you get with your membership. I'll walk you through it. Remember, you can get a 46% discount tonight. Bring the price from $22.12 all the way down to $11.77, but tonight only. That price is going to go up at midnight tonight. Take advantage of it. We've got 14 laptops available for the next 14 people that go to ttgoffer.com and use the code TTG121. Let me tell you what you get. Our chat room. Okay, our chat room, where every single day the TTG mods share our screen with you. We're live on the microphone, and we're calling out our trades in real time. Okay, I come on the microphone, I tell you exactly what I'm going to do before I actually do it. Okay, I come on the mic every single day and I tell you guys what I'm going to do before I actually do it. All right, you're going to get a minimum of at least 10 easy to follow, actionable real-time trade alerts per week. Okay, from a community of traders that's currently sporting just under a collective win rate of 80%. Now, how we keep track of this, our trading journal on our website, we will actually track for you every single entry, every take profit, and every stop loss. And the reason why we do this is so that you can look and see if all of these trade alerts based on your own position size, because that journal is going to actually track and show you how many take profits a trader and the TTG mod has actually made. And based on your position size, how many shares or how much of your position would you be selling throughout that process, so you could see if you followed the alerts, how would you be performing? Because again, it all comes down to your position size and your risk. Everyone's got different position size. I might take profit 25% of my position. You might take profit 50% of your position, and that can drastically impact the end result of the trade. So that's why I want you guys to be able to go in there and see for yourself, if you follow those alerts, the entry, the take profits, the stop outs, how would you be performing? You guys can go see every single trade right there on our website inside of our trading journal. You also get 2 small private study group sessions with one of our traders at TTG. Now, this is for you to speed up your learning curve, folks. I want you to get your questions answered, and I want you to cover topics that you are having a hard time with. You're also going to get our Benzinga newsfeed. The Benzinga Pro newsfeed is a live breaking up in the second news alert service directly inside of our chat room. You can't rely on delayed news. Okay, this is free with your membership. Everything I'm showing you is included for the $11.77. But everything I'm showing you now, if you went to buy it on your own, you're spending about $4 to $5 grand. You also get TradingView's premium charting software. One of the most commonly used charting software is by active traders. Yours free. The Trade Idea Scanner will make sure you always focus on the hottest stocks during the day. Yours free. Our Trade Simulator will let you trade stocks and options with fake money, but with real-time data, so you can practice implementing what you are learning in the courses. Just the simulator alone would cost you probably $700 a year. It's free for the entire length of your membership. It's also the same simulator that's used at different universities and colleges across the country. Use it. You're going to get to use our own proprietary scanner that's got the same functionality as FinViz Elite, but also lets you scan for crypto. We have dark pool data, unusual options activity. Stuff only used to be available to professionals, now is at the fingertips of the TTG fam. You get your own trading performance journal, which will track all your trades, give you statistics and data so you can figure out what you're doing wrong. We have a social sentiment scanner that goes through Reddit, StockTwits, and Twitter and tells you what ticker symbols are being mentioned most so you can stay ahead of the crowd. We have analyst ratings. You can get unlimited downloadable reports on any stock that'll show you how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating. Then you get our watch list and our game plan. Every day, the mods published a watch list of stocks in addition to a game plan on how we intend on trading them. You get it every day. Then you have the courses. Folks, the courses are a simplified yet expanded upon version of what I learned when I worked at the fund in New York. There's beginner and foundation courses. There's advanced courses. There's option courses, trader psychology, crypto, swing trading, you name it. We've got it in text and video, whatever is easier for you to learn. Then there's a video library that has an additional 200 hours of educational video content. These are workshops we've conducted, like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO, just to name a few. And then when you become a member, you can actually attend these workshops live. Folks, it's time you invested in something real, something that has the ability to actually help you reach your goals. Listen, I can't promise you that you're going to make millions of dollars. I can't promise you you're going to fire your boss. I can't promise you you're going to just reap in endless profits. But I can promise you a real chance to develop the skills needed to become a consistently profitable trader and an investor as long as you put in the effort. We can promise you that we will give you double your money back. Plus, if you fail to make the membership fee over a year. So you'll pay $11.77 if you go through our courses, quizzes, and attend one study group. If you don't make the $11.77 back at least once, we'll give you $2,354. I'm dead serious. I can promise you we actually give a damn about your success. And I can promise you the day that you join True Trading Group is the day that our relationship begins. The ball's now in your court, folks. We have 14 laptops left. The ball's in your court. Go to ttgoffer.com right now and enter coupon code TTG121. If you're still unsure about the membership, we do have a 7-day trial. Take advantage of it. It's totally free. Go to ttgthree.com. That's ttg3.com. Enter your name, your email. You will get access to 7 days. Okay? You get access. Someone says, Mike, can you talk about the depth of the psychology course? Chad, the psychology courses are unlike anything that you've probably ever experienced in your life. Anybody that is a member of True Trading Group, from a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being absolutely incredibly amazing, what do you think about the trader psychology courses? Chad, my advice, I can just sit there and be like, hey, Chad, the courses are amazing. Just watch members. It is our most members' most favorite course. So I've asked members, okay, what's your favorite course? And the most common answer is the trader psychology course. Okay. So it is by far, I think, it's my favorite course. I'll tell you that. It's my favorite course as well. Okay. So you have it, folks. You can go to ttgthree.com, enter your name and email, join us for 7 days. There is no, also for the trial, the weekends and holidays don't count towards your 7 days. Okay. Weekends and holidays do not count towards your 7 days. All right. So get on in there, get your butts in chat, see what the TTG fam is like. Otherwise, you guys go to ttgoffer.com right now and use that coupon code. Okay. All right. There you guys have it. Okay. That's it, folks. Ball's in your court. I'll be in chat tomorrow morning with my TC fam, ready to kick some ass, take some wins. I'll update you guys on this OXY trade. We'll see how that pans itself out. All right, I'll give you guys updates along the way. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, show some love. Turn on your notifications. Don't ever miss these lives, guys. We're dropping golden nuggets on a regular basis. I hope this was helpful. Hope you guys learned something. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later, guys.